Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, and I want to play with keyhole swipes and geometrics, and you might have noticed that's one of my favorite things. And also, I'm going to use my favorite colors. I'm going to hope to use my favorite colors, starting with the Hot Orchid from Prism Pour from Color Art. And I'm going to try not to go down the center of things. I'm going to try and get an even flow across. Not that it probably makes any difference at all. Sometimes I zigzag my strokes and sometimes I put them straight across, and this time it's straight across. I'll push that right to the edge. Pull it right down over. I'm going to leave that and hope that it's going to be safe. I'm going to use something I never use enough of, which is my white metallic. Excuse me. Tickle. Nothing major, I promise. Now it's nice if you can do this level across. If you need chalk lines, or do something that turns out cool, and you need chalk lines, use chalk lines like measure, because the chalk will wipe right off the dry canvas. The canvas was dry to begin with. I don't know whether it'll be completely covered or not. So long as it's somewhat straight, it's going to be fine. Okay, so I wanted gold and I also wanted black. The black, I think I'm going to put right here along the edge of that. I still want a shovel full of gold. It's almost time to mix up some more. It's a good thing I scored some. I can't remember the name of the website, but they're only selling 2-ounce bottles, so I grabbed 20 of them. I haven't done one of these that I recall exactly like this keyhole geometric on a vertical like this, so I'm kind of nervous and kind of looking forward to it at the same time. I think I'm going to use a combination of the white and the black because I can. Maybe it's not that. Maybe I'm going to use some of the purple flash right in there. And what else? Ha! I have silver too. I forgot about the silver. I'm being called to use some of my 24 karat gold with Decor America. Excuse me. My 24 karat gold with some orange color shifting paint in it. That's pretty cool. I like that. I'm probably going to scrape all these shovels into one. I'm very tempted. That's got paint on it. To grab my Princeton Art Tool Tablet spatula, my number 1. Just clean all the paint out of my other shovels and use it. This is not exactly what I thought I was going to do in advance, but sometimes I forget what I'm doing and I just go with the flow. Pun intended. That's going in the bucket so I can use it again soon. I'm going to do the same thing with this. I don't waste gold if I can possibly help it. Now I'm thinking if I'm called to turquoise, then it's a good time to put it in. And a lot of times I like to do a little stir. This time a little more than some others. Just use up my paint. Now what did I say? I said the Decor Americana gold with some orange in it, and that's that. I'm just gonna have some fun for a while, laying down some stripes. I hope that's okay with you guys. I've got to put some Floetrol out still. I'm thinking turquoise for my last shovelful, but there'll also probably be some black, so. I went a little faster than I probably should have. I have a few other colors in there too, but I'm not too concerned with it being a problem. Less of a problem now that it's blended. Take my extra paint off my spatula, put it right on the edge. Same with that one. Bring some over there. Okay, so now that goes in the bucket. I want gold on the other end. I'm hoping you can still see all this. I saw that thing come out. Oh, yeah, big thing. And I'm always telling you guys I don't use enough white. So I'm going to do that. And hopefully that'll work out. Put some black down here. I didn't really leave much canvas behind showing. I have a magic card. And I'm just going to start by putting some Floetrol into a dish like so and using my acetate clothing tag. And I'm going to start, where am I going to start? I'm going to start in the middle. And I'm going to wipe off my excess on my edges. Kind of like that gold down there now, I just noticed. I'll just wipe it off all the way across. Wipe that off on my Lolify silicone mat. Put my spatula into the bucket, although I really could use it. Let's go from here to there. Let's just go for it. I'm going to use this card's residuals on this end. And as long as there's residuals, I'm just going to keep wiping them off on the edges, because I'm just going to pull in a more random fashion than I have in a while. I don't have enough black on there. Put a little more black on. Use my residuals. I think I'm going to move over to this edge. So I'm not making plans. I am just doing instinctive art. And I didn't make a plan in advance about where I was going to put my stripes. I just put them down to fill in and kept going with my instinct about what colors I liked. And I'm going to go, yeah? One all the way down this time. And use that paint. And see what else we need on that end. And then start wiping it on the edge. That's, if you're quick, you don't really destroy all the colors. They're not all mucky like you might imagine. So I love the colors left behind almost as much as I love the swipe. And I am inclined to go ahead and grab another Floetrol card just to see how that might work. Pull this over here. Cells are developing very nicely. Edges are getting covered very nicely also. And I'm going to grab a scrape dish for when I finally have all my edges covered. Actually, I have them handy. There's a scrape dish. Probably that was too quick. Sometime I'm going to start going sideways, but this is not that time. Oops, wrong side. I'm probably going to use a smaller card in between. It's not impossible. Whoops. Okay, that was a lot of paint. I was not expecting. Okay, so I said I was going to go that way, and I guess I am. This is the other time. Okay. I'm going to use what my leftovers are and scrape them off this time. The leftovers help, especially when the canvas is still kind of dry. I really wasn't trying to make the same pattern on both sides, and I guess I'm not. Never sure I like those short little marks I'm putting down. So that's going to encourage me to go ahead and grab a different size. Yes, I have one. Still a little damp from the bucket. I kind of like the wavy thing in the middle. I'm not sure it's going to stay or not. Turning out to be a nice keyhole swipe, not very even, but it's sort of kind of exactly what I had in mind, even if I didn't know what I had in mind. That's it. Loving the gold. Even this really weird spot where I had extra paint is pretty cool. Don't even want to go all the way down there. So I got colors that I love and cells that are tremendous. Try not to feel too bad about the ones I wipe out. The question is, what else do I want to do? And a lot of times what I like to do is grab a spatula, just drag a few lines. So kind of subtle. Especially subtle in this case. I'm not sure I'm in love with them yet. It might help make that less confusing, or not. Makes it easier if nothing's going to be symmetrical per se, then you can get down and get funky with your designs. And I have no regrets as far as using the wonderful colors that I've used. And I think I'm just about done, which means I should tell you guys there's over 91,000 people subscribed to my channel, and if you're new, please be welcomed, and if you're not subscribed, please be welcomed. Please subscribe. If you're here on a regular basis, you know I ask you to share my videos if at all possible. It's a big help to me. I really want something over here. It just looks odd to me. I think maybe I will give myself a few more strokes. Even if they're in slightly odd positions. That one I'm not so sure about. There, I'm happy. Even with my strange off-center center. People are going like, we know you're not happy. But I am. I'm okay. And my edges are covered. And whatever's not covered, I've got plenty of paint in my scrape dish. So I got to tell you guys I love you. And thank you for all the wonderful compliments that keep my morale boosted. And thank you so much for the donations that help keep me creating videos. If you are somebody who is interested in winning a painting from me, I run a monthly drawing, and you can see the exhibition video on the end screens of any video because they change them out monthly, and that's where you'll see the prizes. You can also shop there. I do sell my artwork, and my email address is directly below the link tree underneath the video. You may have to open and show more. I'm going to torch to release the bubbles caught in the paint if there are any, and maybe I'll be releasing a few patterns also. I can do these symmetrically, but I prefer to do them in a more abstract way. But I think if you wanted to do them symmetrically more so, you could. You just have to be more careful about how you lay your colors out, or how you just decide to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, equally from each side. I think there's only one thing I see that's bugging me. That's right there, and I think that'll be okay. The edge of the card works really well. I like the edge of the card for dragging. It's a little bit interesting. It's not easy necessarily, but it has a very cool effect. So whatever I haven't told you is probably that there's Teespring clothing below the video, and if you shop there, if you shop there, it helps me out. If you shop my Amazon link on the link tree, it's at no added cost to you, and it definitely helps me out. You'll also find my 2 books there and lots of cool tools, for sure. And it helps me out. I think I said that. All right, I'm completely distracted by how pretty my painting is. And I see something in there that needs to go. Because that'll dry like a lump. The reason we torch is to release the bubbles caught in the paint, because if they harden, there'll be little bubbles, and if they pop, there'll be little pockmarks. Any spaces left from the black canvas will just add different texture, and I like that. I have one more mark I need to fix. And I'm good to go. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, saying I better look over there and tell you there's almost 1,800 videos, and they're organized on playlists by the 100 and by the topic. Look for my Facebook groups on the Linktree. Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group is for students. Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Totes and More is for shopping. Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Fans and Collectors has albums with the artworks from YouTube in them. My community board has tomorrow's video on it, and so does the Facebook group Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group. Under the Linktree, you'll find Pixels.com, Fine Art America, Teespring Clothing is under the Linktree, and Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter links are on the Linktree also. If you guys have a question, please ask me. Don't forget to look for my email under the Linktree. You might have to open show more. It's kind of dark in here right now. But I love you guys. I will see you anon. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery saying goodbye. I love you. See you soon. Hopefully tomorrow.